Right. We'll proceed. Now, last week is our first day. They are introduce you the subject little bit, and then we went along with the basic concepts to be covered in our first chapter. You may remember that there we started the discussions to compare the keywords, data, as well as information. So now these are two important, two strong definitions for us. Now, what we said there is, whenever we are going to consider our systems, information systems, most of the times they may do processing, they may do working. So one single example is, you can remember that, the salary preparation. So organization, there are employees working. For those employees, we need to pay salaries. Now, salary has to be processed, prepared. So then the result of the system is the monthly salary of each employee. In order to prepare the monthly salary, we need to consider some facts, some values, treated as the daily payment. Right? Daily payment. How much daily payment is there? As well as number of days worked. Simply, the laborers are being paid 2,500 as the daily payment. If you come to work, 2,500 will be paid. Then during the month, the person had worked for 14 days. So these should be given to the system. Then system should prepare the salary and say that this is your salary. How would be the preparation is? That's by multiplying the daily pay by the days. So then the process is going to be the daily pay with the number of days work. Then how do you differentiate data and information with respect to this example? We said that information are always results, products, results. Then among these, what are results? Daily pay, days, or salary? Salary is the result. Why? This has been made by computing on these values. So that salary is going to be treated as information. So data are treated as raw facts as well as raw figures. Then these are still used to prepare the results. Results are prepared from data, and they are going to be raw as well. So in that point of view, daily payment, number of days work are treated as data. That's the simplest idea. We explained that with many examples on the last class as well. Right. Then next thing is, with respect to data, the raw values, raw facts, we categorize them into two categories: qualitative data as well as quantitative data. What is quantitative data? We know that, we did it. Data are treated as quantitative. What is it then? The specific data can be measured, countable. Then daily payment is 2,500. That's data. Daily payment is 2,500. Is this going to be a countable data? Yes, it's measurable, countable. So this is going to be a quantitative data. Even number of days work is 14. Is that measurable, countable? Yes, definitely. Then what are qualitative data? These are just revising what we did on the last class. Qualitative means still raw, but we can't count it, we can't measure them. What are such examples of qualitative data? I said that color of the sky. It's blue, but we can't exactly give a value for that one. Sometimes the smell you get now, bad smell, good smell, but can't count it. How much smell is it? Right? Then even as I said that the softness, how soft it is. Right? Then these are data, but uncountable. You should know what they are. There were questions in past papers. Next is, when it comes to information, we said that they are always results. After a processing, we get results. Then these results may be good results or bad results. What do we expect? Good results or bad results, obviously? Good results. If the results are to be good, what are the features we expect if it is to be a good result? They should be accurate. Our understandable, okay. Accuracy, you know that, right? The values you prepared should be accurate. So simply the processing has to be done perfectly. Then your results will be accurate. Then what are understandable? The results you prepared should be kept in a way where we can read it, where we can understand it. So that's called as understandable. Right? So simply the answer, now to make it quite easy, I'll just put this 10 days. Then my salary has to be 25,000. Okay. Is this accurate? Daily payment is 2,500. The employee had worked for 10 days. Then we found the salary. It's coming as 25,000. Correct or wrong? Correct. But this 25,000 is correct. Good. I might write this 25,000 under the Chinese alphabet. Like this. This 25,000 in Chinese. Okay. Is this a good information? No, why? Not understandable. Maybe written with the correct value, but no one can read it. Right? So then that's another feature we expect to make the information as good. Right? Understandable. Further, information has to be reliable. This is another important word in ICT coming in all the areas. What is reliability? Trusted. This information has to be prepared from trusted sources. Then we can believe that as good. Further, it should be accessible. It should be made available in a place where we can get it. Better example is you got your O-level results recently, right? No. Yes, you got it. Fine. I'm confused, right? Which batch is it suddenly? Then by that time, who made those results? Who prepared those results? Department of Examination. They made it and they announced through the media telling that the O-level results had been prepared. They made it, but they didn't make that available to the website. And they said our result preparation has been done. Fine, good. Come and check it. Is that good information? Information is there, but should be in accessible level. To make it accessible, they have published them into the internet. So likewise, to make the information available, accurate, understandable, reliable, accessible, likewise there are features in it. So we discussed them, and one more is there, timeline. So then the particular information should be matching with the correct timelines. According to the correct timing, we need those values. Right. Now, these are the things what we covered during the last discussion. Right. Now we are going to the work for the day. So we are still in data as well as information section. Right. Now, right. With respect to information are the results. The particular results are subjected to a certain rule called as golden rule of information. Golden rule of information. This is another available rule in our syllabus. We should know what it is. Very simple. This is applicable for information, not for data, right? Results. It says that golden rule of information, this rule is mainly focusing on to the value of the information. The particular information has a value. Sometimes it may be measurable, sometimes it may not be measurable. What it says is the value of the information reduce over the time. That's what the golden rule is. Hope that you can understand the sentence. What it says is value of information. Certain information had been prepared. Here we have data, we process them, and then made the information. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This particular information has a certain value. That particular value is not fixed forever. Along with the time, it is going to be reduced. Best example is your results. Did you get your O-level results? Can you remember the day you check your results? Then what about your exam results? Are they information or data? They obviously information. They prepared it and released you. Then the day they release it, you got your results. Maybe 9 A's, maybe 6 A's, whatever the result. Aren't you impatient to check what your result is? Once you hear that, media or whoever said that results dala, kipu gamang, then you go to the computer and type these addresses. If they are not typing as well properly, somehow you enter the number and you check it. Then as soon as you see your results, whatever the results, you have a value on it, right? Otherwise, why are you impatient to check it? It has a certain value. Can you measure that value? How much is it? But that's a huge value. Do you have that value today itself? Same value? Results හරියට මතකත් නෑ සමහරවල්. දැන් නම් තාම මතකයි. ඔව් ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දේ මම අහන්නම්කෝ. එතකොට සර් මේ 100කකුත් තිබ්බා මොකේද කියලා මතක නෑ හරියට. But the day you are day you got it is very interesting. So it's with higher value, and you are calling to your friends, teachers, and informing the results. So it has a huge value. And this is what the golden rule of information is. Natural truth. Not a big rule then. Whatever the value given to a certain information is highest at the point where it is released, or at the point where it is obtained in our side. And over the time, that reduces. So then that happens to everything here, right? Okay, information විතරක් හැමදේටම එහෙමයි. Best example, say that you are waiting for a certain phone. Phone එකක් ගන්න හරියට දැන් පොරේ. ගෙදරට වලි කනවා, සල්ලි ඕන කියනවා, සල්ලි නැහැ කියනවා. හරි මේ සැරේ all results වලට මට ගන්න දෙන්න ඔක්කොම ඕනේ නැහැ. මම වලි දාලා කොහොම හරි ඔන්න ගන්නවා. ගන්නකම් එන අමාරුවනේ. වෙබ් එකේ බලනවා, මේ ෆීචර්ස් බලනවා, කාගේ හරි අතේ තියෙනවා නම් ඕක දිහා පොඩ්ඩක් කියලා අහලා බලනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මොනවා හරි කළා අමාරුවෙන් ගත්තට පස්සේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? ගත්තට පස්සෙත් ඉතින් එන සොමිය ටිකක් කල්ලා නැගා. ඕක ඔබනවා, අර කරනවා, මේ ෆීචර් එක තියෙනවා, අන් දෙකක් එනවා, නාහෙට මේවා දානවා. ඒ ඔක්කොම කරලා මාසයක් දෙකක් තුනක් ගියාට පස්සේ ෆෝන් එක අමතකත් වෙලා යනවනේ. හැමදේම හැටිවම තමයි. හරි. එතකොට ඕක ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් වලට මැච් කරලා දෙනවා golden rule කියලා. So at the time you are going to get it, that has the highest value. Along with the time it goes down. හරි. ඕක තමයි අපි ජීවිතේටත් වෙන්නේ. හරි. හැමදේම එහෙමයි. මොකක් හරි දෙයක් හම් වෙනකන් එන වටිනවා. ඕක ඕගොල්ලෝ දැන් පොඩි ළමයි නෙවෙයිනේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ළමයිනේ. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඕකත් මම කියන්නම් මේ ගාම දැන්. ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ කාලේ තරම් හොඳ කාලයක් නෙවෙයිනේ. ඔය කාලෙදිත් එහෙම තමයි. එන දැන් කොල්ල තමයි. එල්ලොත් ඉතර තමයි ඉතින්. හරි. ඉතින් එන අමාරුයි ඉතින් සෙට් කරගන්න එක. එතකන් එන වටිනවා හැබැයි. සෙට් කරගත්ත පස්සේ ඉතින් ඕක තවත් ඉස්සරහට ගියපුවාම අපේ ලෙවල් එකට ආවට පස්සේ ඔය කතන්දරේම තව ඉස්සරහට ගියපුවාම මැරි කරනකන් එන අමාරුයි. ඊට පස්සේ නිකන් ගෙදර ගෑණි තමයි අපිට. හරි. ඒකන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මම කියන්නේ ඔය දේවල් හදිස්සි වෙන්න එපා ඉතින්. එච්චරයි. ඔබ තව කතන්දර තියෙනවා ඉස්සරහදී. ලයිෆ් එකට මම පොඩි දෙයක් කියන්නේ ඒකයි. ඔය හෙට් වෙන්න හදිස්සි වෙන්න එපා. ඒකට කාලයක් යනවා. හරි. ඒ කාලේ එනකන් ඉවසලා ඉන්න. එහෙම ඉවසලා ඉන්නකන් ඒකේ වටිනාකම වැඩි. ඒකයි සොමිය. අර කොල්ලෝ විදිහට මමත් කියනවා මම පිරිමිගේ පැත්තේ ඉන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒතර ගෑන ළමයින්ගේ පැත්තෙන් ගත්තාම අර ගණන් උස්සනකම් හෙන වටිනවා. පුළුවන් ගණන් උස්සගෙන ඉන්න. වැරදිලා හරි ඔව් කියපු තරමට අන්න කෙලව ගන්නවා. හරි එන්න මෙතන. Then golden rule is that golden rule says that it's completely upon information, not upon data, the results. It says highest value of information is value will be higher at the time where they are released. And we can visualize that graphically. Say that this is going to be the time. Right? This side we have the value. Then value, you know that the graphs, you know that in O-level maths, 0, 1, 2, 3. So highest value will be there somewhere here. So then this is the place where that particular information had been released, isn't that? Now we have a certain time, maybe a day, hour, or whatever thing. This is the place where the information had been released, isn't that? And after that, say that somewhere like this time, what happened to this value? Will that be somewhere here or upper place or lower place? No, it goes down. Even if you go here, it's lower than this, isn't that? If you go here, it's lower than this as well. Along with the time, the particular value is reduced. Right? And then we can visualize that properly in this manner. It may go down, but at a particular point, it may be constant. It will never be zero, right? Now you all over result. In 20 years, someone asks, what is your O-level result? Doesn't it have a value? O-level pass. You have a certain pride there, right? But that is not higher like this moment. So then it will never be zero. Then at a certain time, it continues to a certain time. And then that may be a constant, then onwards. So this is what the golden rule of information is. And this is the place where the information had been released. So before that, we don't have any mapping there. Hey, before that, we don't have any value. Until the information is released, then only the value is created. You're clear? Right. Then we write the next subtopic, golden rule of information. Right. Another we write golden rule of information. Another we write is a concept, comma rule, is a concept, comma rule applied onto, is a concept, comma rule applied onto information, sorry, applied onto the value of the information, applied onto the value of the information. Next point we write the highest value of information, the highest value of information, next point, highest value of information, highest value of information is created at the time where the information, at the time where the information is released, at the time where the information is released, or at the time where the information, or at the time where the information is created. Next point. Then onwards, the value of the information then onwards the value of the information is reduced over the time, right? Then shall we have a graph like this? Here we have time, here we have value, it's reducing. Labeled axis, this side time, this side value. Now here we can label it as releasing the information. This is the time where the information had been released. Right. Right. Then we write further after the drawing, we write after some time, the value of the information after some time, the value of the information becomes a constant, which remains the same, then onwards, Right. Now one more point, that's and again common sense, right? Now this has a certain value, right? Now you know what the meaning of the word demand. What is demand? The value of it, that is also proportional to value, right? Now, whenever we have a event which has a higher value, should that be with a higher demand or lower demand? Higher demand, you know that. Say that the last few days we had that cricket thing. So that had higher demand from all Sri Lankans. People are willing to watch that. Then in it, what happens? Now, this may be the cricket match event, the World Cup. During that time period, if there's another event, say that there's a certain volleyball match, or in your province or in your school, there's a volleyball match. Will you go to that volleyball match or cricket match? This higher demand is here, right? So that most of the people are willing to get this since it has a higher value. Then, whenever the demand is high, higher demand. That's going to be. Right? Then that's another relationship between the word demand as well as value. But we like that as well. Further, the information with the information with the information with the information with higher values are higher demanding events. Are higher demanding events. So that when the value is higher, comma, it is with higher demand to. It is with higher demand to T double O. Then we write value higher. Then we have a demand is also going to be higher. Correct? Okay, you can see this, right? A, B, C. So that A, B, and C are 3 events. Is A comply with the golden rule? Is A matching with the golden rule? Highest point, along with the time it reduces. Is B matching with the golden rule or not? This is the highest point, and that value reduces along with the time. Then onwards, it reduces. Is that matching with the golden rule? Yes. But C, is that matching with the golden rule? Why not? Make a golden rule match another. Ain't that? Since I said but. Don't trust me, right? Then C, this is the place where we have highest value. Then is the value reducing over the time? This is the highest value. It reduces, but you feel that at the same time it comes down. But we can see a small slide. Okay. Fine. That may be the point. Fine. Okay. Sorry. Then now is it complying with the golden rule? Yes. So then along with the time, it gradually reduces. And then comes with this. These two lines are crossing. Is that a matter? No, they are independent events. So then what is the point then? C and A, which has the highest demand, A or C? Which has the highest value? Okay. A the highest value thing, C the highest value thing. A has the highest value. It has the highest value. It has the highest demand than C. But along with the time, the demand for C is higher than A. Along with the time, just like your O-level results. Your O-level results has a lower demand, lower value than your what is a World Cup cricket match. පෙරලගන්න value cricket match පරදිනේ. එන demand එකක් තිබ්බනේ. ඔබ දිනුවා නම් කොහමද? උඩ පැනපැන්නේ තවත් රතිඤ්ඤ දානවා එහෙනම් කට්ටිය. හරි. එතකොට ඒකට higher demand එකක් තියෙනවා. හරිනේ ඉතින් it's a world event නේ. But along with the time, it has the value reduces, but your O-level results will persisting along with your life, right? So for you, it's going to be a higher value along with your lifetime than that World Cup winning event. So these are possible. Then I'm asking, among these three events, which had been started initially, which event had been created firstly? A, the B, the C, the first created event is Fogada. See, this is a timeline, right? So this is the first event to be created. Initially, we have found this. Then after that event had happened, the event A had been taken place. Then lately, the event B had been started that has a very high value than these two. And even along with the time, that has a huge value than the other two as well. Now, you should be able to read such graphs as well. There were past papers behind these questions. You can understand that, right? Okay, then shall we take this example? Right? We'll take this as an example, and then we'll describe behind that. Okay, example and write these three events. It's better if you maintain in the similar way, right? The values may be not important, but C has to be having low value before A to start, and likewise. So C long term should be higher than A. Right. Then we write after the drawing all the three events, A comma B comma C, all the three events A, B, C, all the three events A comma B comma C are matching with the golden rule of information. While the event C is created at first, then the event A, and finally the event B. and finally the event B. Next point. Event C has the lowest value. Event C has the lowest value and the lowest demand while the event B has the highest value and the highest demand Next point. Though the event C has a lower value initially, it has a higher value than the event A in long term. Right. Then you are going to go for another topic. Now this is clear, right? This is about the golden rule. You should be clear on it, especially with the word demand as well as value. And then understand what it is. Now we are going to the next point, data processing life cycle. We know what life cycle is, or else we can call this as life cycle of data, anything. What is life cycle? Simply, we learned in O-level science, life cycle of frog. Okay, that's transition, obviously. Right? Then, not only transition, right? It's a cycle, ne? This is continuing cyclically, water cycle, whatever thing, never ending process, continuing. So, data processing life cycle is also like that. Now, with respect to our processing systems, I said that in an organization, the salary preparation, that's an ongoing work. Every month, the salary has to be prepared. Once the salary is given for this month, even we have to make the system ready to prepare the salary for the next month. And at the end of that month, we prepare the release the salary. Again, from then onwards, we may make arrangements to prepare the salary for the other month. This is cycle. Then cyclic work regarding data processing. There can be events like such. Even in your school, the same story, right? The class teacher is preparing your mark sheet at every term. When this term is over, after the term test, they have to prepare the mark sheet. Then that's released. Even this is continuing for the next 2 months, and again the other term, the term tests are done, same cyclic work. So then this is what the cycle is, right? Then whenever we are going to continue this data processing as a cycle, there are 3 steps told. Just 3 steps. Just learn. One is data creation. data creation, creating data. ඊට පස්සේ data processing. And the third step is removal of obsolete data. What is obsolete? English? Outdated, expired. Right? Now understand it. We create data. At first you can understand what they are. Very simple. So this is a cyclic work. We create data and they are being processed to prepare the information. Once the information are prepared, if there are outdated data, they are removed. And then creating data for the next cycle. We'll do this with respect to that salary system. Is this going along with this salary now? Right. So salary preparation is done monthly. Right. Then this cycle will continue monthly, once a month, next month, likewise. Now in salary, one more thing, I may use this word now itself, payroll system. So payroll system is the complete system to prepare monthly salaries of employees. In every company we have to have it. So that system is technically called as payroll. If it is fully electronic, you know that we use fingerprint scanning. That's also part of the payroll system. And we have to have printer to prepare the salary slips. Likewise, there are things. Forget about it. Now we are worrying about payroll system, preparing salary. Then with respect to the payroll system, what is data creation? What is the event called as creating data with respect to the payroll? What are the data required for payroll system? Attendance data, isn't that? Now, salary is prepared based on the attendance. If this employee had worked for 20 days, 20 into the daily payment. If it had worked for 13 days, that much. So the number of days worked is important to do this calculation. Now, data creation means what are the data they create? The attendance data. So then attendance is collected during the month. That is, if it is electronic, through the fingerprint scanner. That's data creation. Data will be created. And the created data stored in their systems, right? First day, second day, third day, fourth day, likewise, it keeps on storing. Then at the end of the month, 30th or 31st, start processing. What is that processing event? From the attendance data, they'll multiply the daily payment. Or else from the attendance data. Now, if it is fingerprint, they record the time of in, time arrival, and time out only, right? Fingerprint use කරනවා නම් ඒකේ fingerprint system එකේ record වෙන්නේ මං වැඩ කරපු දවස් ටිකද වැඩට ආව වෙලාවයි ගිය වෙලාවයිද ආව වෙලාවෙ ඇඟිල්ල ගහනවා ගිය වෙලාවෙ ඇඟිල්ල ගහනවනේ. Only the times are there, right? Are these times used to calculate the salary, or we need to go for the duration? Duration, then how many hours you work for the first day? How many hours you work for the second day? Are they available in the data creation part or data processing part? Finding the duration is up to the processing. Data collection is recording the time. Then on 30th or 31st, the durations are counted. That's a calculation. Processing. And also, the durations are multiplied by the hourly rate. How much paid for hour? That's multiplied by the number of hours. Now the salary will be prepared. That's going to be the data processing part in it. Then after preparing the salaries, the salary slips are released. The amount of money will be deposited to the people's accounts. And then come to this stage. Removal of obsolete data. What is that? Among them, it may remove the outdated data. What are the outdated data now? Attendance of the previous month. We made the salaries, we released them. Why? We need to clear the system to collect attendance for the next month. 31st salary හැදුවට පස්සේ system එක erase කරන්න ඕන කලින් attendance. නැත්නම් ඒවයි මේවයි පැටලෙනවනේ. So කලින් ටික අයින් කරන්න obsolete. Outdated attendance details of the previous month are released and make the full system clean, neat, empty. Now from the next day, next month, first day, we keep on collecting the time in, time out. Again on 30th, do this calculation, release the salaries. On that day, we remove the data and make the system ready for the next month data collection. You are clear? Right? So this is what the data processing life cycle is. When processing data, we have to create data. Sometimes the data creation may be electronic, sometimes manual. Now think of the payroll system runs in manual environment. How is it? Do we have fingers now? We have book to sign, right? We go to work, sign and put the time in. And when you are leaving, sign it and put the time out. Same thing, but manual. Then on 30th, read the entire book and calculate in that by another human and preparing salaries. Okay. Then that book is over. Then giving another book for the employees to collect their attendance on the next month. So then this is going to be a cyclic process. Okay. We like the next subtopic, data processing life cycle. Under that we like data processing life cycle. That we like the data are processed. The data are processed. The data are processed through. The data are processed through the processing systems. Through the processing systems, maybe computer based, or manual processing. Next point. The specific processing is continued. The specific processing is continued cyclically. Then like I say repeatedly, where the three main steps of the cycle, are listed below. So shall we take this cycle? Creation, processing, removal of obsolete data, the third step, and this is going to be a cycle. Right. Then you write as a point. Initially, 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 the specific data, initially, the specific data must be created or collected, according to the time period, according to the required time period, according to the required time period. Next point. Then the collected data, are processed. Then the collected data are processed to produce the expected results. Next point. Once the results had been released, once the results, this is information. Once the results, this is information. Once the results, information, close brackets, had been released, comma, the system is clearing, comma, cleaning, the outdated data. System is clearing the outdated data to make the system ready for the next cycle, to collect data. Right. Then we'll go for an example there. With this, we write example. Consider a payroll system. Consider a payroll system. Within brackets, right? Consider a payroll system. Within brackets, right? A system to prepare monthly salary. Consider a payroll system. Within brackets, right? A system to prepare monthly salary. Close brackets. Close brackets, and we write, consider payroll system where it creates the attendance data, by recording the time in and time out. Within brackets, right? Using fingerprint scanner using fingerprint scanner, or signing book, or signing book. Full stop and continue, or signing book, full stop and continue. It is continued for the entire month. It is continued for the entire month. And start data management, and start data management. Within like I say processing. Start data management. Within like I say processing. At the end of the month, at the end of the month, as the next step. As the next step. Then after completing that, we go to the data processing part. Oh, now even in the teacher's guide, this has been written as data management, right? Though I said it as processing, both are the same. So in your diagram, shall we update this as data management, and within brackets we write data processing, right? There's a keyword given. Data creation, data management is also called as data processing. Right? Update your diagram. Data management. Within brackets we'll make it as data processing. That's the word. Right. That's a teacher's guide instruction. Then you write. And after completing the data creation, at the end of the month, we start data management part, right? So data management is calculating that time duration where they work and multiplying that by the hourly payment and making the final salary. Even it has tax deductions and even some allowances, all should be counted. So entire process of preparing the salary sheet is falling under this second stage. Will I tell the next point? At the second stage, at the data management, we'll say that at the data management stage, at the data management stage, at the data management stage, comma, the monthly salary is processed. The monthly salary is processed by calculating. Monthly salary is processed by calculating the working hours, by calculating the working hours, comma, tax payment, allowances, right, full stop. That's the data management part of the processing part. Next point we write. Once the salary sheets are released, next point, once the salary sheets are released, once the salary sheets are released, the previously collected data, the previously collected data, within brackets write time in, comma, time out. Time in, comma, time out. Previously collected data. Within brackets say time in, comma, time out. Close brackets. Are removed from the system. Are removed from the system. Making it ready. Making it ready to create data, to create data for the next month, for the next month. Now you are clear. What is this data processing life cycle? And I want to say that according to this example, this cycle rotates once in a month. Sometimes there can be some other data processing cycles where they continue few times per hour even. It's up to the situation. But this continues once in a month according to our payroll example. We like that as well. Finally, the cycle for the payroll system, the data processing life cycle, we say like that. The data processing life cycle for the payroll system, data processing life cycle for the payroll system, data processing life cycle for the payroll system is iterated once a month. Is iterated once in a month. Once in a month. One time per month. That's about data processing life cycle. Right. Okay. Then we had a lengthy note there, but that may be important, right? The thing is, there can be small MCQs and short answers, short questions behind these. Better to have a clear idea what this cycle is. Right. Now we are going to go for another subtopic called as big data. What are big data then? Data which are big. Okay, fine. We have that meaning. What are such big data? Big data means not the size of data. When you go to our mark sheet, we have maths marks, English marks, science marks, they are data. So they are not growing higher. Having the large font size, maths marks is given as 7K. Now it's big data. Then big data has many more features. One such feature is big data maintains huge volume of data. Volume, the capacity of the data is very high. Then in our class, school class, there are around 50 children in the class, right? Or 40 children. Then when it comes to maths marks for the class, how many maths marks are created if there are 50 children in the class? 50 maths marks. There are 50 different maths marks. Is that a big data? Compared to one person, 50 is higher. Okay. Then if I consider all the 9 subjects for 50 children, how much of volume of data is there? 9 subjects, 50 children. And now per child we have 9 subject marks. Then there are 50, altogether going to be 450 data items available. You are clear? Is that a big amount? Yes, but according to this big data, it's not. Right? So big data is huge volume of data, not 400, not 1000. That's not huge. Right? Then this is going to give you a very large volume of data. That's one reason. Right? That's one feature. Then not only volume, there are many features. First of all, I may go to a certain particular example of big data. Then we'll cover some features. Right? Okay. Then in the class, we say that there are 450 data items. If I consider the entire school at the end of each term, how many marks are created? Grade 1, grade 2, grade 13, even grade, each grade has parallel classes as well. Then it may create somewhere like 10,000 amount of data. Still not big data. Right? Then simply to make it as big data, those must be available in terabytes, petabytes of capacity. We know that your pen drives are of 16 GB, memory card is of 8 GB likewise. That we measure the volume in gigabytes. Next level is, we'll do that in the future, but for the moment I'm telling that. Next level is petabytes. Then after that we have terabytes. Lots are there. Then the data has to be in terabytes, petabytes of capacities to treat them as big data. I'll go to an example like this. Now, okay, I need your answers. We all are using Google Map, do we? Google Map in a phone app. Why do we use it? To find unknown destinations. That's okay. Even in known destination, can't you get the traffic level in it? Sometimes you may use it, right? If you want to go to home now, you may check. Now I am in the current location. Then I am putting my destination as my home. Then I check in the road traffic, right? Most of the places are with red colors. And it says that there will be a 15 minutes delay, 10 minutes delay. It gives you around more than the required time. If I leave now, then I'm okay. Now if I go there, no use. I'll stay for another half an hour and leave it. Traffic level is there. Now I'm asking, will you trust on that traffic level given by Google Map? Or you will neglect it? මේකා කීවට traffic නෑ මං යනවා කියලා යනවාද? Or will you believe that? What is your experience? You people use it, right? My experience is, if they say red, badu keras, red ma tamai. Sure, right? That's my experience. When most of the times I'm using it. So by that time, when I check it, if it is red, thinking that this Google Map is wrong, I'll drive stuck in the traffic definition. Right? So then that means it gives those details perfectly. Right. Again, I am telling you that trust Google Map. Whatever they say is correct, other than the destination. Right? So then a destination maybe end up with a waterfall or river, wherever sometimes. That's another story. But the traffic incident is correct. Then I'm asking how Google Map knows about the current traffic level. I believe that it's correct. Okay. Then when I'm checking that, say that the Kandy Peradeniya road, so it may be around 10 kilometers of distance. Then on traces, it shows that red color telling that this traffic. How Google Map knows that these places are with traffic, these places are not? Are there employees working for Google staying beside the roads and checking on our traffic, uploading them to Google? How do they know about it? Common sense. No idea. ICT students නේද ලැජ්ජාවේ වේ. නිකන් හිතලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද දන්නවද? IT මොකක්ද දන්නවනේ දැන්. මොකක්ද වෙන්න පුළුවන් මෙතෙන්ද? ගොඩක් අය ඊළඟට උත්තරේ තමයි satellite. Google will observe satellite and check whether they are with traffic or not. My reply for that one is, still you have seen Google satellite pictures, right? Sometimes you might check whether your house from Google satellite, haven't you? Google Map. බලන්න ඕනේ පොඩ්ඩක් කියලා ගෙදර තියනවද නැද්ද කියලා එහෙම බැලියයි. හරි. By that time, you may see your house, right? If it is covered by trees, can you see the roof? At least can you see the road pathway where it comes to your road? පාර පේනවද හොඳට? මිනිස්සු යනවා, bicycle යනවා, කාර් යනවා, එහෙම පේනවද? ඈ satellite pictures වල එහෙම පේන්නේ නැහැ clearly. And most of the roads in our country are covered by trees even, right? And can't see anything. So in that manner, we can't say that Google Map is reading the satellite pictures. And even satellite pictures are not real time like that. They are not very quick. So you may get a certain picture in your house from Google satellite pictures, which might have been taken 6 months ago. It's not. But we want to get the current traffic level. Then how do we get it? That is based on GPS data. What is GPS? Global positioning, you should know this, systems. So then this GPS is in your mobile phone, smartphone, you activate location. You just turn on and off. That is what GPS is. Our user-friendly word is location, but technical word is GPS. When you turn on location, what happens? The current longitude, latitude of your phone, of your place will be read by the smartphone device. And then when you use Google Map, again, you did this, you don't know. When you are installing a new app into your smartphone, they ask some permission to use your phone, camera, things like that. You say yes. What is that? That will use your equipment, right? That means obviously your GPS, your location is read by Google. Why? You have permitted them. You said Google, okay, fine, you may use. And when you install an app, you said use my microphone, use it, fine. Use my camera, use it, okay. You don't know the danger behind that, right? Why? It may break your privacy perfectly, right? Why? Now they are allowed to use microphone. You give the permission, right? No, you can't claim. You can't just file a case against them. You said that yes, use it, my microphone. Then whatever you talk will be read by those apps. The microphone is on them. Whatever the photos you take can be taken by themselves. Then your location, wherever you go, they'll read where you are. You are giving permission. Right? Then based on those facilities, Google Map, whenever you turn on Google Map, they know what your location is. Right? Now say that, now this is myself, I wanted to find the traffic level from Kandy to Peradeniya. Okay. By this time, there can be one of my friends or you people are coming from Peradeniya to Kandy on a bus or on your private vehicle or whatever. Then your phone had turned on location and you are turned on your mobile data as well. Now what happens? Can't Google Map running in your phone read your GPS data? You have not turned on. You are coming there. You have not turned on. But Google Map is running behind the scene. It keeps on reading your location. And since your mobile data are turned on, those data are uploaded to the Google server. Then Google server, isn't that collecting your mobile data? That means your moving data. When you are coming on a bike or car or whatever, the bus or whatever thing, your location is changing from time to time. They may read it. Those data are uploaded to the server without your knowledge. And how many people are doing so? Along with this path, one person, two people, or hundreds of people are having their mobile phone. You don't know. But you are informing Google, I am in this location, I am this location. Then can't they find whether there's a traffic or not? Why? The vehicles are not moving, then my location will be same for a certain time. So those data are collected not only for one device. On that bus, if there are 50 people, at least 20 people have smartphones. And the entire 20 data are related. Even the vehicles behind that will upload those data. Now can't Google decide whether this place is with traffic or not perfectly? That's the idea. You understand what I'm telling here? Okay. Then I'm asking regarding the Google server, Google Map server, at this moment, while I'm talking, how much of such location data are collected? 50, 200, 1,000? Is Google monitoring only Kandy Colombo, Kandy Peradeniya road? Then what are the roads that Google is monitoring? All the roads, right? Only in Sri Lanka. Then all the roads around the world. Simply all the Google users mobile data are reading. Then at a moment, how much of data will be fed into the Google server? With respect to that, what about our class term test marks? There are 50 people in the class. One person is doing 9 subjects. Then you have 450 data. Is that going to be data now? Is that going to be big data? On a big. So then these are going to be the big data. You understand that now? So then at a moment, it may collect, it may get huge volume of data in terabytes, petabyte, octabyte, lot. From time to time, it's been uploading. So in that manner, they are called as big data. Now my question, when it comes to big data, can that be handled manually or should they be electronically obvious? Is it possible to feed data manually to the Google server in that manner? When I feed it, the train has gone. It should be automatic, right? And no people are there to type data in that manner. Then big data should collect them definitely automatically with the help of sensors, GPS data, and the ongoing devices. And there should be servers to collect and process those data in large volumes. Then now you got an idea. Then not only Google Map, there are many other places where this big data handling is going on. It should be obviously automated through around the world most of. Right. Now, with respect to big data, there are some features. If we treat some data as big, there are features available which are described by 5 special features. They are called as 5 V's of big data. There are 5 features. One is called as velocity. Another one is called as volume, veracity, and another 2 V's should be there. Volume, velocity, veracity, variety, and value. So these are the features to define big data. All 5 features should be there. We'll see what they are. You understand that? So this is completely a different avenue created with the help of ICT only, not normal data. Normal data, they are in manual world as well. Our mark sheet, they are manual. Salary sheet, fine. But this can't be. Okay, we like the next topic, big data. That we like big data. Is a new concept. It's a new concept related to data. It's a new concept related to data created as a result of ICT. As a result of ICT. Next point. Big data is mainly handling large volume of data, such as in terabytes, petabytes, for a short time period, which cannot be performed manually. Next point. Definitely the big data handling must be based on, must be based on electronic tools, such as sensors, GPS data, satellite data, while using powerful hardware, powerful software to operate. Powerful hardware, powerful software to operate. Example, traffic analysis, from Google Map. Another example, automated weather forecasting. Using satellite data, sensors, right. Next point, big data must be with 5 essential features, as listed below. Right. So shall we list them? Velocity, volume, veracity, variety, value. We're going to 5 V's කියලා. 5 V's of big data. Right. Then before going to these 5 V's, some announcements are there. I think there are few new people who joined today, right? Just raise your hands. Then for you people today, we did only one class. That means last week class is our first day. This is our second day. Then for you people, the recording, what we did on the last class is available. So then you can get it. Then for the people who need it, send me a WhatsApp message. So this is my WhatsApp message, WhatsApp number. You may have that in your tuition everywhere. It's there. Then especially people who need the last week recording, inform me. I'll send that to you. Then the other thing is, there's a message for the newcomers today. For everyone, I'm telling that. So you see that every day the session what we do is recording, as well as it's live broadcast through Zoom. So suddenly, if you are not in a case where you can't come to the class, wherever you are, you can attend the session online. That facility is also given to you. Then to get that online access, you need to create an account in the London Bridge website. So it's safe and it's good to create the account in London Bridge website initially, right? And create, I think you have been given a certain barcode or something like that. With that, you have to create an account with the SMS registration, whatever thing is there, OTP and everything. You can do that, right? So you can get those information from the counter. So there are keys, ask them how to create an account, what are the web address and everything. They'll help you, right? Sometimes I'll ask them to share a certain steps how to register with the website as well. So keep that registration and don't forget your password, right? Now you may create the account and then leave it away. Whenever you need to access the recording, you can't remember the password. මම password එක කොහෙද ලියලා හරි කමන්න තියාගන්න. පස්සේ අහන්න එපා password එක මතක නැති වුණා දැන් log වෙන්න බෑ. මොකද මේ website එක ඒ තරම් reliable website එකක් නෙවෙයි ඈ. අවලා තියාගෙන website එකක් තියෙන්නේ. ඔයෙන් හරි ගියොත් ගියාම තමයි. ආයෙ account එකක් හදාගන්න ඒවා අමාරුයි. ඒක පරිස්සම් කරලා තියාගන්න. Then that facility is there for you to access the recording or live access at any time. Then the next thing is, since you are from the new batch, for me, I need your details. Right? I don't have your details are there in the account. That's okay. But we know that we have WhatsApp group. Then some people may be already joined into the WhatsApp group. Some people are not. Then whoever, so everyone here, I'm telling you that send me a WhatsApp message to this number, everyone here, with your name, with your school, and telling that you are from 2025 group 2, right? Then I'll add you into the group, as well as I'll save your contact details. Otherwise, you will be an unknown in my phone, right? So whenever you send a certain message, sometimes since my phone is quite busy now, all the batches are sending messages. Then according to the time availability, I don't give priority for unknown numbers. There are messages from unknown, I don't read them. I give priority for the known people. Therefore, if I save your numbers, then they'll be taken at first to be reviewed as well as to be answered. Therefore, it's worth if you can send me your contact details and then I'll save your numbers. Then that may be giving priority for you to answer questions. And at the same time, whenever you have a doubt regarding our subject matters or anything, just contact me at any time. Sometimes if I am busy, if I am in the class, when you are calling, I may not answer it. In that event, you may send me a WhatsApp message. So whenever I am free, I'll read it and answer you. Also, if I am free by that time when you are calling, I may answer that. So that's my situation. So I'm always willing to help you. No worry. Not only during these 2 hours. I'm ready. I'm always available to you. But if I'm in a class, I may not answer the phones. But if there's a WhatsApp message, I'll reply you at least as a voice message or at least as a text or whatever thing. Right? Therefore, my help is there always for you. So then follow these details. So then again, I'm telling that keep up to date with this website. That's quite important. And again, get connected to the WhatsApp group definitely. Sometimes the counter will add you into the group. Or else if you send your details, I may add you. Again, in this message, if you are not in the group, mention me that add me into the group, right? Then I know that not in the group, then I'll add it, right? Then I can do it by myself as well. You are not in the group, right? Then through the group, you know that you may get messages. Suddenly, if I happen to cancel the class, it will never happen until I have a big issue. Then I may inform that even whatever the other discussions along with the class, they are being shared to the WhatsApp group. Then connecting the WhatsApp group, that's another important thing. Right. And again, as I said on the last class, the very first class, I said to you that so we are a certain group, started our A levels quite late. Then you have a big work in your hand. The thing is, the first group, we have finished 2 chapters. First chapter, second chapter, and we are in the 3rd chapter now. Therefore, you people are still at the very first day. This is second day. So you are late, very late, really. Therefore, you have a big job. So don't make me to repeat the same thing again and again, wasting our time. So do things on time, and we'll be quite faster to reach that level. Otherwise, at the 2025, you will be lagging behind the other groups. So we can't cover the syllabus if so. And on the other way around, there will be some extra classes added in not this January. Our participation is not that good. When whenever the adequate amount of children are collected, then most probably in the next somewhere like April or June vacation, we may have some extra classes to take you into the certain level of the other group. So then likewise, some efforts are there to take you into the correct level. I'll take that responsibility definitely, but I'm telling that you have a big job to be done. Just sitting here is not enough. Right? That's a big thing. Right. So then there are the information or messages. Now we'll go back to the lesson. There are 5 V's to define big data, called as velocity, volume, veracity, variety, and value. Right. We'll see what those features with respect to big data. So part A, velocity, very simple. What is velocity? O-level science. Measured using simply velocity says some speed, right? High velocity, low velocity. Likewise, velocity is something like speed. Speed and velocity has two difference, I think, right? So then here in our level, velocity means speed. Then big data should be updating, should be reading data quicker, very quickly. Sometimes per second, per millisecond, there will be thousands of data collected. Can't postpone them, can't expect long duration to handle data. Is that true with respect to that Google mapping thing? The GPS data, won't they be sent to the Google server, thousands of readings per second? As soon as my GPS data change, they are being uploaded, right? So then that's what the velocity. So then in big data, the data are uploading, data handling, data created very quickly, simply thousands, hundreds of data per millisecond. That's one feature. Very simple. Okay, right? Velocity. Velocity. Yeah, we like. The specific data are created. The specific data are created, comma, updated. Specific data created, comma, updated, comma, uploaded very quickly, such as thousands, comma, hundreds of data, thousands, comma, hundreds of data per millisecond, or microsecond. Millisecond or microsecond. Right. Along with that, we write Google Map is reading GPS data. Google Map is reading GPS data. Google Map is reading GPS data from each device very quickly. From each device very quickly. Within brackets, right? Hundreds of readings per second. Hundreds of readings per second. Right. Then the next feature is volume. You know what volume is? Capacity, right? The amount of data to be handled by the big data system. That's going to be terabytes, petabytes, huge volumes of data processed and handled. right? The big data handling system, the big data handling system or big data processing system, we'll say like that. Big data handling, processing system, big data handling, processing system deals with deals with deals with large volume of data, large volume of data, such as terabytes, petabytes, such as terabytes, petabytes. Okay. Then again we like Google Map server. Google Map server is collecting GPS data, from around the world, from all their users, creating a large volume, of data, Right. Part C, veracity. Right. What is veracity? This is a new word. Veracity means the accuracy of the data. Now, in big data, it should be quickly collected. Very quickly they are changing or collecting. Huge volumes of data are there. Fine. Simultaneously, those data should be highly accurate. Then regarding our location data with respect to Google Map, are they accurate? Our GPS data collected by my phone, accurate or not? Perfectly. Then server will collect those accurate data and their processing is also accurate as a result. Right? So therefore, in big data, we expect the higher accuracy of data as well as higher reliability of data. What is reliability? Trustness. Those data are trusted, right? Whatever the location read by the mobile phone is highly trusted as well as they are accurate. So those features are called as veracity. Right? Veracity. The data to be handled, must be highly accurate, and reliable, with like I say trusted, so that big data processing, generates accurate and trusted results. Example, Google Map data. collected from the users, as GPS values, are highly accurate, and trusted to produce the traffic results. Then part D, variety. Right. What is variety? You don't know. Variety means varieties of types. So when the system gets data, the data are of varieties of types. So those types are categorized into three. One is called as structured data, semi-structured data, fully structured data. Sorry, unstructured data. Structured, unstructured, as well as semi-structured data. All such data has to be available in big data handling. What are these? What is structured data? Common sense. Structured means well organized, well readable, nice data, right? Just like our mark sheet, is that structured or unstructured? Structured. Pure, clean, nice. Then the GPS data, structured or not? Structured. GPS values will be sent. Structured. Then structured data should be able to handle. Not only that, it should be able to handle unstructured data as well. What are unstructured? Data not clean, neat as such. What are that? Whenever we expose a face, photo of a face into the phone, not that. Say that our smartphones has that face recognition. I can lock the phone and unlock it from my face, right? Then what are the data to unlock the phone now? Face. Then what are the features of the face they consider to unlock the phone? Are they structured data? Just like password. Say that my phone is locked with password. Then I have to enter the password, then they'll unlock it. The password is that structured or unstructured? Structured. Now I am giving my face. Is that structured or unstructured? Unstructured, my face has different features. They will detect what those features, and those features are recorded on them. I think you understood it, right? මගේ face එක ගත්තාම මේකේ features structured නෑ, මොනවද කියලා නෑ. The distance of the forehead, the size of the forehead, the length of the hair, don't know what it is, right? Some patterns are found. That's going to be completely unstructured. So such unstructured data should also be handled by this big data. And semi-structured means what? They are not well organized like structured. Somewhere in between. Not worst, not neat, but something in between. So simply we go for semi-structured data as XML data. You don't know, right? XML data are considered as semi-structured. Structured data are treated as the data available in our electronic databases. And the password-like things, GPS data, they are going to be structured, right? Then all such categories of data should be able to handle by this big data handling civil. Are you clear? Then they are big work, obvious, right? So we can't imagine that in the manual world. Okay, we write variety. Yeah, we write variety. The big data systems, the big data systems must be able to handle data, must be able to handle data from different types, Idin maka say different varieties, different types, idin maka say different varieties, different types, different varieties. Explain. There are three main varieties of data available, which are named as right. They will write a part A, structured data. Under that we write structured data. Under that we write the specific data are clearly included maybe in tables, within brackets write maybe in tables, comma databases such as numeric data, comma currency data, comma text data, right, that's structured. Then part B, unstructured data. With a hyphen, right? Type of data, unstructured data, in front of that, type of data, which are not organized, such as data extracted from images, within brackets write face recognition, close brackets, comma, within brackets face recognition, close brackets, comma, data extracted from audio files, comma, data extracted from road signs, within brackets write in auto driving cars. You understand that? When the vehicle goes, it should read the road signs. Then road signs are not for the system. They take photos and they analyze and decide what the sign is. That they are completely unstructured data, not structurally available. Right. Then we'll go to semi-structured data. There we like semi-structured data. What that we like? Data are not well organized, but some level of but some level of order is existing. Some level of order is existing. Example, XML data. You don't know, but just take it. Example, XML data. Extensible markup language. XML data. Right. Then we have one more feature to be told. Since we don't have time, we'll leave them on the next day and continue the rest of the things. Right. That's about these features. Now, these are quite important sections for your paper, right? There are past papers. So revise them and keep them in your mind. And also you may follow the instructions I said you. Then send me the messages and even use the website, the recording and everything. That's up to you. Right, then I'll stop here. Hope to meet you on the coming week. Next week we'll have the class, no change. Next week is I think 24th or something. No matter, right? 24th evening is the Christmas day. So we have the class in the afternoon, right? Okay, no worry.